Hi, my name is Troy Evans, lead pastor of the Edge Urban Fellowship. There's two principles I want to talk about. There's one that's honoring indigenous wisdom, and then two, ROTC. In honoring indigenous wisdom, I think one of the major mistakes we make when trying to invade a culture is assuming that our way is the best way and the only way. If you can honor the wisdom of the people, then you can move forward into a whole different level. What I mean by honoring indigenous wisdom, you see, coming with our own philosophy and assuming that we're right and not willing to honor the indigenous people. Honoring the people, like asking questions to say, hey, what do you think about this particular subject? What do you think about these type of things? And not coming with our own box, already made solutions, and then offering it to a community and say, hey, here's what you need because I think this will work better for you, and not even attempting to honor where people are. ROTC is relationships, opportunity, trust, commitment, or conversion. Once you're at a place where you start honoring the wisdom of the people in the community, it moves you to a whole different level where you can start doing what's called ROTC. Start building relationships, which leads to opportunity, trust, commitment, or conversion. You see, you honor people, so when as you're talking to them, what they have to say has value. And so what you can do then is that now you can move into a place and you can start invading the culture, invading the indigenous leaders, the leaders that are in the culture. You can start building relationships with them. You see, I think what we typically want to do is that we want to start doing proclamation before we want to do presence. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, kind of. And so why not start building relationships? And practical ways we can do that is why not change your barbershop and start going and sitting at the #1 counseling place in most communities, at the barbershops. Why not go to consistently go to a coffee shop and go there to get your coffee and then talk to people? Why not go to whatever social hubs that are in the community? Go there and start establishing relationships. Start talking to people. Start building relationships. Being quiet and letting them do most of the talking. I never forget. There's a salesman told me that a person will say that they had a great meeting if they did most of the talking. So that's basically the concept with relationship. Then you move, because you have relationships, then an opportunity will pop up. And so what will happen is that you have opportunity to talk about, so just get a little bit more deeper into some of a person's life. Opportunities to say, well, hey, what do you think about this subject? Or what do you think about this subject? And then because of their indigenous wisdom, and you honor that, then you're gathering that information, not doing a formal focus group, but having a relationship where you're constantly talking about things, and it gives you an opportunity. But then once you have that opportunity, now what's happening, because you're not exploiting the opportunity, but you're saying like, man, this is what you do in your relationship. Now you have the trust of the person. And so then you can move into the next level and you can start asking probing questions. You got to start doing what friends do. See, friends, when you have a relationship, you start to ask some more difficult questions. You start to get in to start asking, so that I can really sit there with the community leaders, sit there with the people in the community and talk to them about why are these things happening? Well, give me your opinion on why you think these things are happening. And then as a friend, you can even push a little bit further because you've established a relationship. And then ultimately what we do is that we take that information and we go back and we share. You see, we're not concerned so much, or we shouldn't be concerned so much with the methodologies and how we get the thing done. We want to make sure that we're getting the job done, whatever vehicle it takes. For us, we have to consider like, okay, well, what does it take for us to relevantly reach the hip hop culture for Christ? And what we decided is that, man, we need a worship music that's going to be relevant. You know, we knew that the indigenous people were saying that we were attempting to reach. We knew that they were saying that they were, a lot of them, emotionally detached. So the emotional quote unquote worship music that we hear, it doesn't grab their heart. It doesn't do anything for them because it's causing them to get into a place that they're not used to getting to. However, what if there's more of a chant type of song that would say, I'm a soldier for God, and God, I offer you my heart, or whatever you're saying. And you do that in a chanting way, in a way that they will get emotionally engaged, they will get engaged in what we know as worship. But if we don't listen to the indigenous people, then we'll say, oh, you got to do it the way that we do it. And then we'll never get to the final portion of that. That is conversion or commitment. Thank you.